Good morning, guys. We're out here again in a spot that y'all have seen me fish numerous times. I'm gonna see what's going on out here. I hadn't been in a couple of weeks. It's just been kind of, winter weather like normal. I'm just gonna get up here and see if there's anything gonna be up here today. The tide is down a little bit, but not a lot. It's still got a lot of water up here. Now, I just got here, so I have no idea what it's going to be like. I'm not seeing a lot of bait, but I do see some up in this little body of water here. I think we're going to make a little tour around it. I normally skip this part, but if the reds got out of here because of cold weather and then they're going to fall back in, this might be a little kind of spot that they'll fall back into. So let's just do a little look-see. The water's not real clear and we don't have much sun today, so it's not likely that I'm gonna be able to spot them without their movement. If they move or bust on some bait, then maybe we'll see where they're at. They'll give their position away. Yeah, while I was off, I done a complete job on this reel of breaking it down, washing it all out, re-greasing everything, re-oiling everything, and let's just see. Oh yeah, my drag is working so much better. It just was a little sticky, but I don't see anything catching my eye just yet. So if I see something, I'll bring y'all back in. All right. Alright, guys. Oh, first redfish in 2 weeks. Oh man, can't tell you how good that feels. Come on in, guy. Don't you go around that corner over there. We're already around one corner. Oh, come on, come back here. Come on in. Come on, guy. Come on. Swim around that point. There you go. There you go. Yes. Oh, that drag feels so smooth compared to the way it did before. That is awesome. All right, don't you go letting it go now. Yeah. I don't think you're real big, but I think you're big enough. I better be quiet. I seen one bust the water in that little pond right there. I want to try to get a hold of that one maybe in a minute. But this one, I think it was this one. I saw him as well. He was swimming along here. I wasn't sure about how they're going to act in this colder water. Whether they're going to grab this old chicken of the sea lure or not, but apparently they will. Now, just nice little slaughter. Easy boys. You're hooked really good. There. Fish act different when they're cold. Oh, they always did when we were commercial fishing catfish. I mean, them guys, they'd live in a boat for hours and hours on a cold day. And about 21. Nice little fish. Well, let's just put him in the box. fished up nice. And that is good. Now I'm gonna come around the corner and I'm gonna see if I hadn't made too much noise to get the one's attention that was up in there. But anyway, on to the next one. All right, guys. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Got one of them rascals to grab hold to it. Yes, sir. Yes, I did. Let me give it a little tightener on the drag here. Oh, he's a puller. Yes, he is, sir. He's a puller. Arr, arr, arr. Man, come on, guy. Come on, guy. Boy. Still got to brag on this drag, how good it feels versus when it had a little bit of grease on it or whatever. It was, now it's just smooth as can be. We're going to stir up everything in this little part of the ditch because he's just dragging me everywhere. All right, now he finally went back up. That's a good deal. That's a good deal, guy. All right. All right. Well, guys, I'm really glad to see that they're still up here in these little marshes when it's done. We done had a couple of good cold spells, as y'all know. The tide got completely low. I mean, this is new water up here now. I mean, it drained it. So it was probably what it needed. Take all that old water out and give us some fresh new water. But there's not a lot of mullet in here. I'm seeing some, but not a lot. But what I am seeing is some of these rascals. Not a terrible bunch here. Of course, I've been working on them steady for, you know, y'all watch my videos all for 2 or 3 months now. It don't take a lot. Take me three of them every day that I can. And I know about fishing. That's not much fish, you know. You got hundreds of thousands of acres of water. You know, I used to fish Green Lake. It was only 6,000 acres. And we took, you know, 2,000 pounds of catfish a day out of there. And as y'all might have seen that one video I made, talked about how they got thicker and thicker. Because if you think about it, if you got a billion fish and they grow just a little bit each day, I'm gonna turn this rascal loose anyway. If they grow just a little bit a day, that's more than 2,000 pounds a day across that 6,000 acre pond. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna be too big. Oh man, these waders I got have got me in a bind. I ain't gonna lie, guys, I may end up in the water. Well, that's about as close as one can get to 28. Not 28, but 27 and 7/8. But guess what, guy? You know what? You know what now? No, it's your lucky day. It's your lucky day. Guys, I'm gonna let him go. Cause, alright, get out of here. He won't hardly fit in my box. Won't hardly fit in my box, so I'm gonna let him go. I don't care that much for them old big ones anyway. Let someone else catch him. But that was fun. But you know, it's been 2 weeks since I caught anything, so you know, I ain't had no fish for 2 weeks. So we got that one back there. All right, guys, let's go get the next one. All right, guys. Did y'all see that? That was so cool. The guy swam right by me, but I was afraid to move. I said, no. Okay, well, that's still sure and true. The sun's kind of on that side, and he's on this side, so he didn't have a real clear shot at me. I don't know if he can't see me or he just don't want to look towards the sun. But that is so cool. Yeah, it's cool right there. I think this one's gonna hit the slot, guys. Yes, yeah. Let me talk a little bit more about these waders I got on. They must have been made for some little tiny girl or something. They shrunk or something. Last time I wore them, they fit fine. I can't even imagine why they won't fit now. The boots didn't shrink. It's just the other part. I don't know. I'll have to call the manufacturer and find out if that's been something that's, you know, been going on with these things. I spent pretty good money on these things, you know. I got another pair. They might not shrunk. I'll check them out. But the other pair, I gotta wear boots, neoprene ones. But I think they might not shrunk. But anyway, guys, this is fun. Boy, I tell you what, like I was saying earlier, I really didn't know how this is gonna work back here in this, with colder water and, you know, chicken of the sea, but it all seems to be working just fine. All right, we're just gonna kind of lean over there a little bit. Yeah. All right, 21, 22. All right, guys. Yeah, I've been playing with this guy for a little while now. I mean, maybe not that one, but there was one in this little creek. I pitched to him a few times, but I was back a little ways, and I seen him kind of follow it. But then I didn't see nothing else, and then all messing around, my battery went dead. So I changed my battery and I eased up here a little bit, and there y'all see, he just came right there, and well, y'all seen it. All right, good day, man, good day, ladies. That's a good day when you can pitch it over there and he just grab it like that. They're pretty aggressive for this cold water, you know. But I mean, I've seen them that way. It's not real cold today. It's warmed up to the 60s, so that's a good deal. And I was going to tell you one other thing. I don't like to ramble too much because I know, you know, I try to get some action and then move on to the next action scene. But this may can help people. The way I judge, like, you'll look and just have a mental thought in your head that, you know, this is where the tide is. Actually, I like the tide to be about an inch. That day that really worked out great for me out here is the tide was about maybe 2 inches lower, maybe 2, maybe 3. And so what I do is once I get back to the boat landing, I look over there and I see on the side of where I put in, there's some you know, parts that kind of stand out, like where a bolt goes through right at the water line. And I put that in my head. I said, okay, when I come down here, that's what I'm gonna look at that bolt. If that bolt is, you know, at that level, I know what the level of the water is back here, and I figure like we can do good there. Now, if it's too high or too low, it may change where I go. But this particular spot, I know where. And like I say, I looked at it and I seen that it was a little bit higher than my best day ever over here, but it was still lower than them days that I came out in the, you know, and it was too high to where the fish were out in these weeds. So anyway, I just thought that might be a useful tip to you guys. You might have already known that, but there's always people starting out fishing, and every little tip can maybe, you know, help. And that, I was going to talk a little more about the tide charts and stuff too eventually in my videos, but you know, I always check the tide charts and I see, you know, where the tide's supposed to be, and kind of gives me an idea. And it's real extremely important to a kayaker about the tide charts. Well, I'm just playing on the casting here. Don't mind the casting. But anyway, yeah, because you don't want to paddle for a mile or two and get over there and find out that the water's up over the top of the grass. So, you know, you really need to pay attention to what the tide chart says. And when you get to the landing, check where that level's at, so you don't paddle no 2 miles over there and find out, hey, you're not going to have a good day. So, but with me piggybacking, it ain't that big a deal because I can move to a different spot, but you know, fairly easy. But when it's too high, well, there's very few spots you can really move to. Back up here in the marsh, if it's too high, you might as well stay out in the main channel or main edge of the main channel, because you get up here and them fish ain't gonna hang in the middle of this ditch. They're gonna be up there on top of the grass. But all right, guys, enough rambling. Let's go to the next one. All right, guys. All right, this guy was just laying right down in this little deeper part of the cut there, and oh, that is so mean. Why you want to be mean to me? He was just holding on to the tail. Nah, I don't think that was it. I don't think that was it. I think I barely had him in the little soft part of the lip. Oh, ooh. All right, guys. Ooh, there's one up there, guys. All right, on to the next one. All right, guys. Let's see if this one's gonna hang on there. I just threw kind of blindly out here in this little pond, and because I saw a little mud stir, so I felt like there was a few up here in this middle of this little hole here, and that one that just got off was right there in that little cut. So, you know, it's pretty awesome that they come back up in here. I mean, I know they had to leave. They had to all get out of here just the other day because that tide was gone. There was no water up here, and it was so cold they wouldn't stood for that. But they ran out. Found them some deeper holes to set in for a couple of days, and then it's still cold this morning though, but not that cold. Yesterday morning was really cold, and so I guess it don't take them long once it, you know, gets back up to the 60s or so, and they decide they're gonna get back up in here and see what's happening. So anyway, yeah, let me talk a little more about that tide chart. You know, you can go online. If you don't know, it's a NOAA site, and you just type in tide charts or whatever, and you got to play around. Look, if I knew how to post a link in there, I would, but I don't know exactly how, and it's not that hard to try to. 21. Look, guys, I'm gonna put him in a box. If we see some more, we might catch him for fun, but it hadn't been super fast. I mean, I guess we're going on 2 hours now, But I mean, it was enough action to keep you really excited. Not you, but me, you know, in between takes. And, you know, that I'd see something or whatever. I'm looking around out here, and, you know, it's just encouraged me that fishing is still going to be good this winter on your warmer days. Now, I know colder days, ain't no way, guys. Ain't no way. Them fish ain't gonna hang up in here, but then again, on a real cold day, you ain't gonna see me out here either. Back in my commercial fishing days, I had to go when it was cold. There was days whenever, I mean, we always wore them old plastic dotted gloves that were always wet and everything, and there was days when you just make it go like that, and then the ice, they would freeze in your gloves, and your slicker coat, you would just move your arm and it'd go crack, 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 crack because of all the ice breaking on it. Now that ain't no fun, but you know, you gotta go. When you got tackle out in the water and you got orders for fish, you've got to go. So we went, but you know, I don't have to go now. This is for fun. Now, all right, guys, I don't know if this will be the end or not. So I just want to thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna ask y'all to give me a thumbs up if you like it. I'm gonna ask you to slap that subscribe button, and that way you don't miss no content. And we shall see y'all next time. But all right, later.